Good day, learners. I am Dr. Mashariza Ali, your tutor for this video. In this video, we will discuss brief business correspondence. At the end of this session, learners must be able to discuss how letters, memos, and email messages differ in format, illustrate the strategy for writing informative and positive messages, operate effective tools in writing negative business messages, administer ways to compose persuasive messages, and compare the three categories of brief messages correspondence. It is easier getting written information to the people who need it and receiving written information from the people who have it if you understand the differences among letters, memos, and email messages. A letter begins with the company's name and address and other contact information. It has a date, address the salutation, Dear Mr. or Miss So-and-so, and lastly, the space for signature. Whereas memos begin with the titles memo, memorandum, or inter-office correspondence. It uses to, from, date, and subject as the headings. Good memos discuss only one topic and use a conversational tone. There is no complementary clause or signature. Email include to, from, and subject information. The to and from lines, copies and attachments, and speed and informality. In understanding the categories of messages sent by letter, memo, and email, there are three parts of message which are opening, body or text, and close. How to handle these three parts depends on the type of messages, which include informative and positive message, negative message, and persuasive message. There are 5 guidelines to compose effective informative and positive messages. Give any good news and summarize the main points. Give details, clarification, and background. Present any negative elements as positively as possible. Explain any reader's benefit, and use a goodwill ending, which are positive, personal, and forward-looking. In order to make your writing easy to read, there are 5 factors such as the first one, you-centered. Try to avoid the I-centered. Positive emphasis, bias-free language. Use verb and use short and simple English. Message in business correspondence apply not only for face-to-face presentation, but also apply for writing purposes. Another type of message called bad news message. Bad news message need to start with buffer, the main idea at the center in terms of the message. The approach will be an indirect approach. I guess you may give your own example when we are talking about positive idea, natural idea, or win-win situation. Negative message again refers to this buffer. Negative message can be rejection and refusal, disciplinary notice and negative performance appraisal. Layoff and firing also need to be delivered orally, but this should be accompanied by a written statement explaining the reason. Varieties of persuasive messages are collection of letter, performance appraisal, and letter of recommendation. Direct approach is used for this kind of message. Learners, it is hoped that you have gained more understanding on conveying the message, especially good and bad news message. This approach also needs to be appropriate with the message. With that, thank you and good day.